This is VR Fighter versus Taken 2 for the Mega Drive. Slip of the tongue? Well, what do you expect when even the pirates are changing names? Which is something you don't expect them to do. They usually don't care, but they want to be respecting copyright, man. Okay, no damage. Typical spelling mistake. What you expect with Taken 2 is the character select. 12 characters. 2 you will notice from Fighting Vipers. So they're either from VR Fighter or Taken 2. Mind you, 12 is more than you would usually expect in this kind of game. Although some missions are kind of odd. And now I'm stuck with Paul, a character I did not need to play as. And why can't I move forward more quickly than a snail's pace? Okay, and that seems to be the way to do it. Jump to move forward. And then you will move forward quickly, but you will be incredibly exposed to all of your enemies' attacks that way. Come on. Do something! Ugh. Unresponsive or what now? The birds flying in the background do actually seem to be quite a nice touch. I mean, to be fair, this game doesn't actually look that bad. It looks quite nice. But to play? Ugh. Honestly, you may as well use a biscuit instead of a controller. It's that unresponsive. Yep. Put a wire on a custard cream and hook that up. You're gonna get more response. All you can do is jump and kick and jump and punch and hope for the best. Which, considering this is easy, I'm still getting my ass handed to me, isn't that good. But look! Goodies! There's a lot of them. Oh look, I lost. Oh well. It's almost to be expected in these pirate, bootleg, whatever you want to call them games. That even on easy they are ridiculously difficult. And they are merciless. And okay, he just slid creepily along the ground. Okay, go back to the options. Try and make it more to my favour. Pick a character I actually like. Like Lee. Okay, let's get to it. I'm in a purple vest, I'm ready. Oh, okay, it looks as though I'm not ready actually. Go on now, go on! Now, the more observant of you may notice that this actually seems to be a hack rather than a game built from the ground up. It actually seems to be based on the Mega Drive version of Virtua Fighter 2, which is kind of a mixed blessing, because while the Mega Drive version of VF2 was no classic, it was certainly better than anything I've come across from the pirates so far. But it seems to have taken what were the better aspects of that engine and thrown them away. Yes, the official game had many faults, but the controls weren't really one of them. At least it did what you wanted it to do. Moves were fairly easy to pull off. Control was there. Here, it just seems like nothing you do seems to really work. You will lose until you fiddle with the options to such an extent that it's impossible to lose. Oh, I won! I don't know how, but I did. Okay, sudden death? Shouldn't it just be a standard round? What's sudden death? Understand some kind of sudden death. Oh, and I lost. I can understand some kind of sudden death if there was a draw situation, like a double KO, or time ran out and both had the same amount of energy, but sudden death is just a standard final round? That seems odd. Here we go again. Let's try and fiddle with it some more without going down the road of no damage. So let's face it, that's just going to be taking what little fun there is completely out of the game. And let's fight fire with fire. Kazuya v Kazuya. I'm the one in the white trousers. Oh. Pants. Go on. Go on! Nothing seems to have worked. I was like, I'm trying everything. Blocking doesn't seem to really do. Oh, and I won. I got confused for a second. I thought, hey, actually, wait a minute, am I actually hurting him? It's hard to know when you actually connect, unless you look at the life bars. Funny thing is, I'm playing this one because, you know, I like to give the people what they want. And I had a remark on the Retro Gamer forum that, you know, I should play this next, and I thought, well, yeah, it was pretty high up anyway. I've got a list of about 10 I want to get through, and this was right up there because I'd played it before, I knew how bad it was, and, well, there aren't many more things you can say about another Street Fighter game for the NES. Really, because I've got to get to one of those at some point. And the problem is that there's so many, which one should I do? Should I do the freaky one with Mario in it? Should I do the one with only 5 characters in it? Should I do the one where it looks as though they've actually tried? But the problem is, when I, you know, looked through for the ones where it looked as though they have actually tried, like eh? Oh yeah, and Kuma-chan in the background. Honestly, they should have called this Fighters Megamix vs Taken 2, or Hooters Magamax vs Taken 2. I'll just talk like that for the rest of the video. Oh, yeah, let's get to the better Street Fighter 2 games for the NES, like Super Fighter 3, Master Fighter 6. I can't find any dumps of them, and if I can, they're from Russian or Chinese sites, and I do not want to visit those because I don't want to have to try and get rid of a virus or malware or spyware or anything like that on my computer. No thanks. Yes, I've got virus protection on my computer, on my laptop, but I do not want to have to go through all that rigmarole just to download a ROM. No thanks. You can tell it's a pirate game. The only way to win is to go cheap. You have to go cheap. You have to stick the same kind of attacks again and again and again. If you don't, you end up in this situation. Go on. A draw in sudden death. Well, I'm down and Barnes up. Eh? Winner? Both of them? Yeah, it was a draw. How can there be a winner if there's a draw? The pirates can't even tell the difference between what a draw and what a win is. Now I'm fighting Paul, who seems to be wearing a matching yellow outfit. Okay, the background, it's basically Akira's from you know what, but I don't know, it seems to be slightly better drawn. It seems to look a bit nicer for some reason. And that's the one thing they got right, they got the graphics right. Well, the drawing of the graphics right, the animation is... Each fighter only seems to have about 20 frames of animation total. You need smooth movement for a good fighter. It's more important to have that kind of thing in a fighter than possibly any other genre because of all the collision detection that's going on. If you can't even decide which frame of animation you're going to display next, how are you going to know whether you hit someone? It's wrong. It's cashing in. Duh. Really should have realised that already, shouldn't I? That's the only reason these games were ever made, was to cash in. And hope some unsuspecting parent would buy for their child a new game. What was their child go, this is crap, why did you buy me this? Except this would only have been sold in those countries where copyright is basically non-existent. So, Russia, China. You know, kind of countries where you'll find the ROMs for these games, because that's the only place you would have found these games in the first place. Basically, their copyright laws are basically leftovers from the days of the Iron Curtain, where we didn't respect theirs and they didn't respect ours. Problem is now that we respect theirs, but they still don't respect ours. And that can cause a problem or two. Ooh, I'm fighting suddenly. Sorry, where was I? Oh yeah. Come on, leg sweeps! Yeah! I win! This has got to be the final bout because it would appear I am being rudely interrupted at the moment. But I can't stop! Just wait a minute! Honestly, I'll get to you in a minute. Just let me finish this, okay? I'll try and make it as quick as I can. Although, considering that these bags always seem to take up most of the time allotted, I'll be very thankful that it's only going to be another 20 seconds, although 20 seconds in this game feels like about 10 years. Please, don't play this. I played these so that you don't have to. Heed my warnings. Goodbye.